Look, I'm excited to be back. I think it's a great opportunity for me to get back out in the field, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I've come at the right time. It gives me an opportunity now to work hard, gives me a good 3 months solid before the season starts, so I can get my body prepared right for game one. So I think I've done the right decision, and I'm looking forward to it.
How is your body? And you obviously haven't played in a while. You played 3 games, I guess, in about 15 months. How are you? How have you been keeping fit in the interim, and what sort of shape are you in now?
I'm one of these people that I enjoy working out, so even when I wasn't playing, I was still working out 6 times a week. Obviously not to the intensity of a football match, but I kept on ticking myself over. Yes, I did have that spell overseas for 8 weeks, which got me back into it, and I kind of kept it going up until the last couple of weeks, where I thought, well, I might just recharge the batteries here, because I knew when I come out here it's going to be tough and it's going to be physical, and I knew I had to be right for that. So the body's good. Obviously, I know John from football, and yes, we are good mates, but we've got to kind of separate that now, because he's my boss, and I work for him now. But when I first met John a while back, the enthusiasm he showed to bring me here, that kind of nailed it straight away for me. And as a player, you like to hear the kind of things that he kind of said and what he's trying to achieve, and I want to be part of that.
Harry, when you were first here, I think you mentioned that the fitness levels were sort of better than you had anticipated. People say that the A-League's gone up another notch in that time. Are you expecting that to be the case?
What do you think I'm out here now? Preparing for the start of the season. Look, I know myself that if I get a good pre-season, get fit, I know I can last up a little bit best. So I think that's the reason why I've come out here now, to be prepared and be ready for game one.
Have you watched much of the A-League?
I've watched all the leagues over the last, as I said, was it 15 months without playing. So I know what's going on in a lot of leagues.
So do you think that it's improved?
Of course. I think I think everyone's done well for the A-League. It's improving each year, and long may it continue.
Harry, when you went back to England, I think everyone expected you to get a club fairly swiftly. It didn't happen that way for you. What was it like? Was it particularly difficult? Players want to play, and the fact that you weren't playing, how difficult was that for you, that whole period when you weren't able to get a club, where you were having to train on your own?
Yeah, it is difficult. It's not nice. As a player, like you said, we want to play week in, week out. But sometimes it doesn't fall that way. Sometimes you have to take a back step, and you have to look at the situation, and you have to kind of analyse where you're at in your career. For me, I did take that step back. I did look at the situation, and okay, I didn't get to play week in, week out. But like I said, I got to kind of see other things, do other things, get my mind and body prepared, because I knew I would always get back into the game. Just making sure what was the right decision for me, and if I could have signed straight away for a club, I would have done, but it wasn't the right moment for me. This is, for me, the right moment to get back into it.
Did you think at any point that this is over, I will have to retire? You did say before that you felt it was coming. Did you feel in the back of your mind at any point, this is it, I'm going to retire now, or I'm going to have to retire?
God, I had that thought when I was 27, when I was going through my problems. So as a footballer, you always have them little thoughts in the back of your mind. Things are not working out. It's difficult sometimes to get over them, but you've got to stay positive. And the way you stay positive is to keep going, to keep yourself motivated, and that's what I did.
John, have you decided on the captain for this season? Is Harry in line?
I haven't decided yet on captain, and look, we'll make that decision come end of pre-season. Harry, of course, is one of the older players, and I class him as a leader anyway. He's one of these players that always sets a good example. Preparing for a training session, I've never seen anyone prepare as well as Harry, and that will rub off on a lot of our players and the younger boys, because I'm all about process in not only training but in the way you want to play and the way you go about being a professional, and that's one of the big things about Harry that I like.
Harry, is that something that you'd like to do?
Look, I think it's an honour. If it falls to you, I think it's an honour that you have to take. It's not an easy role, but like John said, you know, there's a few players here that are up for it, and at the end of the day, it's his decision.
Is it something that you could come in straight into a club and do though?
I mean, I've held him up against the wall to say that I want to be captain, but you know, no, I haven't. Like I said, it's up to him. But like I said, if it does fall to me, I will take it, and I'll thoroughly enjoy the opportunity to lead this team out, this young team out.
John, have you had any thoughts about where Harry will fit into the team tactically?
Yeah, look, Harry can play anywhere in the front four. We play with quite an attacking team, and I see him as one of those players that I can put him in anywhere. And I think with the attack that we've got at the moment, with Gol, Vibrato looking as good as ever, he's got over a lot of his injury problems and he's looking sharp, lightning quick, as everyone knows. David Williams, Mate Dugancic, Ben Garucho, we've got some attacking power, and that's only going to help Harry, and Harry will help them. And so haven't decided which position exactly, but there's a long pre-season to sort that out.
Do you have a preference, Harry, where you'd like to play?
I think this day and age in football, you've got to be able to play 3 or 4 positions. You start in one position, and you know 90% of the time you'll end up not playing in that position in the final whistle. So I think if he has options, I think it's great. And like me, you just want to be able to do the best for the team. And whether that's up front, left, right, behind, midfield defender, you just got to do the right thing for the club.
Just a couple more questions, guys.
Yeah, Harry, just I wanted to know, if the 2014 World Cup wasn't an option, would you have kept playing?
Of course. The fact that I did have that time out, I spoke to a lot of great managers and great players, and they all came back with the same kind of response. You know, you should always play, because once you kind of finish, you know, you can't come back from it. You know, play as long as you can.
How long do you feel you've got left in the game?
Well, considering I've had a bit of time out in the game, I feel like I'm only 27 now anyway, so I've got a long way to go.
What did you make of the derby atmosphere last time you were here, and are you excited about now being on the other side this time around?
I think it'll be exciting. I think it's a game that kind of sets the A-League alight, the Melbourne derby, and I for one will be really looking forward to it.
We've seen quite a lot of international players that, you know, perhaps don't celebrate goals when they're playing against their old team. Have you considered or anticipated, I guess, what it's going to be like playing against a victory, and how you might carry yourself?
I'll celebrate for him.
I was fortunate enough to, when I moved to Liverpool, I played against Leeds, and I was fortunate enough to score against Leeds, and no, I didn't celebrate. It's a kind of a respect thing. But look, at the moment, depending on what happens, depending on what the situation is in the game, you know, one of the best things in football is scoring goals. So sometimes you can't kind of control that emotion.
Harry, just with your family's scenario, obviously things played out back in the UK. Will your family be joining you this time round? And I guess what's the timetable for that to happen?
Yeah, they'll be coming out. They're coming out very soon, actually. So I can't wait for them to come out here and be a part of it.
All right, thanks very much.